In ancient times when communication technology was underdeveloped, combat command heavily relied on the tacit understanding between commanders at all levels. It was very difficult to efficiently coordinate multiple armies in a noisy large-scale battle. With the appearance of wireless and wired telephones, senior leaders were able to grasp the dynamics of divisions and regiments more timely. However, battalion and company-level commanders still had difficulty in timely grasping the combat dynamics of platoons and squads. However, all of this changed during World War II, especially with the widespread use of single-soldier walkie-talkies by the U.S. military, which greatly improved the flexibility of combat at the grassroots level. Unlike high-power radio stations, single-soldier walkie-talkies have a short communication range, usually only a few kilometers, but the advantage is their small size and light weight. Therefore, this type of equipment is generally used by platoons and squads, responsible for communicating with higher-level commanders, coordinating with neighboring friendly forces, and promptly reporting reconnaissance or encountered situations to higher-ups, allowing for timely adjustment to the combat situation. Compared to the communication methods relying on messengers in the past, walkie-talkies are much more efficient and timely, and communication is more reliable, making it clear whether the information has been accurately delivered. From today's perspective, walkie-talkies are as convenient as intercoms. In the field of walkie-talkie technology, the United States is at the forefront of the world. Although Germany and other countries had their own similar equipment during World War II, they were not as technically advanced, portable, or widely distributed as those of the United States. In 1928, a small company called Galvin Manufacturing Corporation was born in the United States with a registered capital of only $565. Although it started as a small business with 5 employees making and selling car radios, it later became well known after changing its name, and that is the famous Motorola. In the 1930s, Motorola had already established a strong presence in the electronics market and accumulated rich technical experience. Before the outbreak of World War II, it successfully designed the SCR-536 Walkie-Talkie, which is the large communication equipment often seen in movies. This walkie-talkie weighed 2.3 kilograms, which was already very light at the time. Its operating frequency was 3.5 to 6 MHz, and the communication range was from 1 to 4.8 kilometers, which could be reduced to 2 to 300 meters in dense forests. It was initially used by special forces, but was soon used by the military. Although the communication range was short, it was sufficient for squad-level units, as they only needed to communicate with nearby platoons or companies. This kind of electronic equipment was unique to the United States at the time. It was not only unique, but also very attractive, as it only cost $30 per unit to produce, and a total of 130,000 units were produced during World War II. These walkie-talkies were deployed in each squad, and each platoon also had one for mutual communication, while artillery platoons had 2, possibly due to the higher communication demands of artillery units. For communication with higher-ups, the command post used the backpack-style SCR-300, which was significantly heavier, weighing between 14.5 and 17.5 kilograms, depending on the battery capacity. It had a greater power and communication range, and was widely equipped in infantry units. Approximately 50,000 units were produced during World War II. In terms of individual soldier quality, the U.S. Army's infantry during World War II did not have a significant difference compared to other major countries at the time. However, in battles against the relentless Japanese forces, who also had the advantage of terrain, the U.S. Army's success was not only due to their more powerful weapons and naval and air support, but also because of the deployment of walkie-talkies, which made the troops more flexible and able to call for artillery or air support at critical moments. In fact, other countries at the same time also had similar equipment. For example, the Japanese military developed the Showa 19 Type 6 wireless set, but its reliability was not as good as the SCR-536, it was the size of a radio, and the production volume was rare, so it did not have much impact on the overall situation.